learned some new words from Periscope. Perry 10K is a group that I've joined recently, and it's all about creating content and giving you good content. And they always say, bam, pow, and it just gets the energy up. And, you know, what is life all about except to have good content and have your life feel good? And if it's not, to figure out how to tweak it and get your energy up enough so it does feel good, because life is really worth living. We're in this body, we're for a reason, and by golly, let's do it. Let's just create a world where we are all feeling good and turning it on all the time. So today's topic is 3 tips for a productive week. And I have had a very, very productive week. Now, this is me, Sandra Longmore, and I put up a new title today, Creative Visionary. And, you know, I was on my last Google Hangout, I was bragging about how good my internet is, and then I looked at it on YouTube, and I guess it's a little fuzzy, but I'm home. I'm home, and I'm doing this from home, and I feel so awesome about that. So this is 3 tips for a productive week, and I'm doing this on Google Plus, and I also did it on Periscope. And when you go to my site, sandralongmore.com, just like my name, sandralongmore.com, you can find it also in a blog post. So I'm repurposing this wonderful content which comes to me through the energies of the law of attraction, you know, like attracts like, and it's a theme that the Perry 10K group puts up for content. And then I just kind of use all that energy and go with it, because I'm one of these creative visionaries. So I'm Sandra Longmore, life coach, law of attraction trainer, and lover of life. So let's get to the topic today, right? So 3 tips for a productive week. You know, more hours in your day are yours today, because this blog post has 3 tips to get you more productive. Doesn't that sound cool? You know, do you find yourself like staring off into space and going, oh, 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 and then the hours go by and the days go by and a whole week goes by, and you end up saying, there goes another productive week. Well, I know you don't feel good when this happens, if this is your habit. But relax, because habits can be changed. And it is my sense that you want more productiveness in your week. So a habit is just something that just keeps happening all the time. It's a habit of thought. It's a belief is just something you keep thinking all the time, a belief. So productivity is also a habit that you can learn to adapt. And in this broadcast on Google Plus, I am going to give you 3 tips, 1, 2, 3, for a more productive week, year, life. Ever, never ending life. So tip number 1 is a golden rule. The golden rule and how thoughts become reality. Your beliefs come from somewhere, and they started with words. And yes, just like the words, so the words then created something else, which was sentences, and those sentences created something else, which was a belief, an emotional set point. And your emotional set point created something else, which was your results. So there you go. You start with words and it gets all mixed up with your emotions, and then you roll out these results. So your words create the thoughts that create the actions that create the results. So tip number 1 is to learn about how thoughts create things, or thoughts become your reality, because your thoughts are so powerful, powerful, powerful. So learning how to get into groups that lift them, hire a coach, listen to a training, changing that process of thinking is where the golden rule is. And then ask yourself these questions to figure out your thoughts. What words am I saying? What words are you saying to yourself? And replace your negatives, unproductive words with better feeling words. And when you notice results that you're getting that are unproductive and those results don't feel good, they just like, they don't feel good at all, well, change them. And you change them through a process of self-inquiry. So you simply change what is working for you. Sounds simple enough. And after practice, it gets simpler. Yes, it gets simpler. So on this tip number two. Tip number two is to find your state of flow. So what is your state of flow? So I'm positioning myself here to tell you about a state of flow. So now in today's world, we have lots of interruptions. And that disrupts our productive flow, our productive state of just natural acceptance and natural flow. So the great tip for keeping a consistent flow is to set aside a certain time, like a time that you have for yourself. It might be a little tiny time, little tiny time like that. Might be a little tiny time, or it might be a big expansive time. But set aside that consistent time. Now, for me, I set a time where I get that flow in the evening when I look at, go over and debrief my day. And so during that time, something else sometimes shows up, and that is, yes, that is this, the gremlin. Sandra, you are an idiot. Sandra, what are you doing? Sandra, give it up. That's the gremlin. The gremlin, when it shows up with that whiny voice and that's, Sandra, well, you got to just keep going because that's an obstacle. The gremlin loves to throw these obstacles on your path. So you just need to figure out how to get rid of them. And then that golden flow of flow comes back in. And when you're on the flow, you can feel it. When you're on, you're in the zen, you're hitting that ball and there's a contact with it. The contact when you swing that bat and it hits and it just goes quick. You know it. Bam, you know it. And then you're in the flow. So set apart that little time, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe a whole hour if you are lucky, and get into your state of flow. But the important thing is to be consistent about it. Sometimes I go to bed and I go, oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do the planner. But I just lay there really, really still. I take 5 deep breaths because that works for me. And then I start with just doing some prompts that I did in my planner. And the prompts are things like, how did I feel successful? What do I feel gratitude about? And if I'm really, really tired, what I say is just, what inspirational thought did I have today? What made me feel really, really alive? Just one thing. And then you drift off to sleep, and then that's your dream time and your sleep time is going to all get together, and just then you're going to have more of your day when it's dawn and when morning comes. Now, tip number 3, I bet you're really excited about tip number 3. And what the heck is she going to say for tip number 3? Well, here it comes. Find a planner that works. Now, when the Perry 10K Share-a-thon did this particular topic, 3 tips to more productive work, week, or life, and they came up over, almost everybody said a planner, plan, or a planner, or do some planning, do some preceding of your day, do some pre-thinking about your next day. Well, this is my planner, and I just recently got in, not recently, about 3 months ago, got this planner. Now, I've been through a lot of planners, little ones, big ones, briefcase size ones, and and they've worked. They've served me for a time, but I am very enthused about this one. This is called a Midori. It's spelled Midori, and it's a Midori, and it's just a, a rectangle like that. Rectangle is a basic shape if you're an artist. So it's just a rectangle like that, but the magic is that there are rubber bands in the middle of it, and then there are these inserts. And these inserts are little books that you put in here, and I tweaked mine so it really, really served me and made sense for me. So the first thing in my planner is I have this, and this is actually an old from an old planner I had, but I never used up all the times. But it is like it tells me, I just put the new date in here and the new date here, on Sunday, and I list the things I'm going to do, and it's on a paper clip here, so I can take it out, stick it in my pocket, stick it in my coat pocket, and take off with it. Then the next insert I have here is this one, and let me see if I can, there, the insert, and that's the index, and that's pretty golden because you got to know where everything is because you got all these inserts. But I also have these tabs that help me too. And this is my first insert, and I am an artist. I like stickers. I like printables, and this is some of the stickers and printables. And I have Minnie Mouse here, Minnie Mouse, and she's got a heart for you, just for you, and a tiger in your tank, all that. And so this is my September to December of 2015. Can you believe it? And then I have my yearly calendar. And then I have my monthly calendar, and the monthly calendar is like that. And then I divide it down into four sections. That's this part right here. There, 4 sections. I divide it into 4 sections so that I can tell what I accomplished for the particular weeks, because there's 4 weeks in a month, and so it's 4 sections. And that just kind of helps me feel inspired and feel like, life is worth living. And then I have this insert that I got from Lime Tree Fruits, and it's about goals and about my week, what the week is. It's well-being, family, finances, and home, that kind of stuff. And then the week is broke down too. And then at the end is the debrief. And the debrief is where I say, what I did that I really liked, and just a debrief. And this comes out, I have it in here in a rubber band, and this whole section here comes out so I can put in a new one. And that's really important because things change. Our world changes really fast. So that's what I particularly liked about this Midori planner, is that I could put in different inserts. And then my next insert, you can see I use lots of washi tape, is my checkoff list. So my checkoff list here is things that I wanted to do and check off and give myself a pat on the back when I do it, and also give myself inspiration to do it. Things like exercise, yoga, what kind of yoga or exercise I did for the day, and I do yoga, love it. Empty the cat box. That was a check off because sometimes I kind of don't remember the cat. And I journal, and I art making, and do Periscope, and floss my teeth, and do projects, and blogging. Did I do that? And that's my checkoff list. So yours would be quite different, your checkoff list. And this insert has those little squares in it. It's a graphed one. And then this is my new checkoff list that I'm really excited to get started on. It's the social media, because I'm getting more involved with creating more content and getting it out there, and I enjoy doing that. And of course I enjoy getting more clients. Made a little insert here that this is a a cheat sheet when I do my programs. It tells me how to start it and how to end it, and I made it really pretty with washi tape. Yes, washi tape. Made it really pretty with washi tape. So I should do a whole Google Plus just on this, and where I could put my camera straight down on it. Maybe I will after a while. Then next is a journal, and the journal insert is where I journal what I feel during the day, and I have prompts that I ask myself, and the prompts are things like good feeling thoughts, success, prosperity, where I felt gratitude, and where I felt disconnect or a wobble, and where I felt gold actions and inspirational thoughts, and what's my new plan of action. So that's the journal part, and I've been pretty good at that. But as I told you earlier, sometimes I'm just laying there in bed and I went, oh, didn't do it, didn't do it, didn't do the journal part. And then the next insert is ideas, sparks, and brain dump. So it's ideas, sparks, and brain dump. And that works out really well. And then projects. And then the last one, I am an artist, so the last one is art journal. Yeah, art journal. Oops, part of the back of it's falling out. And that's where I put in some drawing time. So let me see if I can get one up here. So, and things that inspire me, like be you. You know, it is surprising to one when others think I am funny, accomplished, and hot, and know stuff. Those are the things that I thought people thought about me. And I put in drawings that I do and things like that. So that is my Midori planner, and what I would suggest to you, find a system that works for you. It might be the Midori, it might be something completely different, it might be digital. It just might be something, or you might, you know, be flexible, be willing to change the way you plan, and because the important thing is the four-letter word PLAN, plan, precede, think it over, and things. Then those are my three tips. So to sum it all up, these 3 tips are going to help you achieve a more productive week. And I encourage you to find that time for that creative flow during your day and adapt a planning system that works for you, just for you, because you are the important one. You're the one that is hanging out with yourself all the time, 24 hours out of 7. And it's important that you love you. So that's bye for now. Thanks for watching. You can check me out at sandralongmore.com. My social media is all under sandralongmore.com. The thing I'm pretty excited about right now, as I spoke earlier, is Periscope. And, you know, who knows what the next best thing is, but Periscope is really cool right now. So if you haven't found out about Periscope, it's an app that you can download, and there are all kinds of periscopes going on every single second of the day. So bye for now. I love you all, and I'm so happy that you listened to this broadcast, and I wish you the very, very best, most awesome, creative, incredible life ever, because you deserve it. You deserve it. Yes, you do. So I'm going to stop the broadcast, and until next time, goodbye.